Day 40. This one's kind of a special video because I want to talk to you guys about what some people are referring to as C.I.C.O, C-I-C-O, which is calories in, calories out. Now, here's the thing, because there's a lot of myths floating around, that this or that does or doesn't work. I'm going to go ahead and clear some of those up, being that that's exactly what I'm doing diet-wise, and yes, I work out a lot. That's why that's one thing that's helping me drop really fast. I'm doing speed walking 7 miles a day, plus my job as a plumber is very physical. So I also burn a heck of a lot. Now here's the thing. I have never tried, keto or any other of these, what they call fad diets. Never tried them. I am not going to make any testimony as to their effectiveness, low carb, high carb, protein, low fat, high fat, whether they work or not. I do not care. All I want to comment on is what I'm doing. And here's what I've learned through some setbacks and some failures. Calories in, calories out does work, and in my opinion, my humble opinion, is the best, if not the only way, to really get to basically any goal weight. Now, that does not mean that it's easy, because as at least the older generation was always told, and it's still true today, there is no substitute for hard work. But the thing I found where a lot of people fail, because it's where I've failed and had setbacks with calories in, calories out, is that they take calories in, calories out as like building a credit, like a calorie credit, and that's not how it works. So what I mean by that is basically, if you say like me, now I was really big when I started, and I'm still pretty dang big, so I have no issue going to 1,000 or 1,200 calories a day. That's what I've been doing. I finally downloaded my Fitness Pal. I didn't believe in apps for any of that, but now that I got it, it does really help keep track of everything, especially since they've already listed the foods. You don't have to figure out the calories yourself. So that's what I do, but I also burn a crap load of calories because of my job and the workouts that I do. So here's the thing. The reason people get set back, just like I did, is because they take their calorie counting as building up like a calorie credit. You're not building a credit, okay? For example, and I don't know the exact science behind it. I'm not claiming that this is exactly how it works. This is what happened as far as I'm concerned. I took what I figured as my calories burnt each week. Now, this happened around Christmas, of course. Took what I considered my calories burnt and my calories consumed through, my BMR and everything, which is your basal metabolic rate or whatever. I used to think it was basic metabolic rate, and I figured out that I was going down a minimum of about 12,000 calories a week, at least, right? Well, since I knew I was going down 12,000-ish calories a week, I had the deficit. I said, you know what? For Christmas, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I'm going to go ahead and, just kind of splurge a little and eat what I want. Well, I did, And now some of it was just food in my system still, but I didn't lose a single pound that week. Not at all. And even the following weigh-in was not that impressive. And here's why. You don't build those calories, those deficits up as a credit. You just, it doesn't work that way. So because I went down like 6 pounds the week before, I was seeing it as, okay, I got this 12,000 calorie credit, so I can still eat up to 12,000 calories and I won't gain. That is absolutely false. You still will gain. Once the day's done, that calorie deficit is gone. You can't add any food and expect it not to add any weight. It doesn't work that way. So that was one of the setbacks that I had. Now, I do believe in cheat meals. I have one at least once a week, sometimes more than once a week. But they're relatively small, and I still count the calories. Now, I think the highest I went in a day was probably like 2,200, maybe 2,400. And with my workouts, I can go up to 6,000. So I still had a deficit, but a 600 calorie deficit is only like 1/7 of a pound, 1/8 of a pound. So that's just how it is. Counting calories, I've had enormous success with it. Now, obviously, there's people who have certain issues where they can't go to 1,000 or 1,200 calories a day, like maybe diabetes, where their blood sugar gets really low, or something like that, hyperglycemia. I understand some people just won't be able to do it that low, but you can still do it. If you're not in a hurry, like me, I'm kind of in a hurry because I want to impress my son's mom. But if you're not in a hurry and you're comfortable with your life, but you want to drop the weight, you only need a deficit of 300 to 500. So you figure out what your BMR is and about how many calories extra you burn based on your job, or if you take walks in the evening, whatever. And you just stay about 300 to 500 under that. Then you'll lose 1 to 2 pounds a week on average. Now, you could eat a little too much sugar one week, a little too much salt, retain some water, and the scale won't move, but you will feel the clothes start to get looser. My work uniform now is so loose. Look at this. It's so loose. And even though, now it's a large belt, or an extra large, but the belt that I have on right now, I bought up in Washington in November when I was up there. And I was using like the largest little loop, you know, where you put the little aglet through, like either the largest one or the one right before that. Now I'm using the smallest one, and I can still stand up right now, and with very slight effort and a little jiggle of the hips, these pants will fall off even with the belt on. I've lost a ton of inches. Still looking to hit my 100 pounds down at least before I go up there. Oh, and we have a tentative date, almost confirmed. I'm going to buy the tickets soon, and I'll confirm with her right before I do. But it'll be the weekend of March 18th and 19th. So look for those videos March 18th and 19th, because we'll be up in Washington. Other than that, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much. Dieter, Marcella especially. Love you guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.